Hello friends, it's good to see you today, and we hope you're all keeping well and safe in these uncertain days. I'm here with Linda Dixon, our Family Services Coordinator, and we thought that this week we would give you just an update as to what's been happening with our Family Services Ministry. And so thank you, Linda, for that.
Oh, I'm glad to be able to keep you updated on the things that are happening at the Salvation Army North Toronto Church. You folks are doing some pretty incredible stuff through the Community and Family Services here in the North Toronto offices. Maybe some of you haven't been here to see us yet, and perhaps you want to wait till after COVID, but you're going to want to come in and see what we're doing here at 42 Eglinton West, right on the corner of Duplex.
All right, maybe we could start, Linda, by giving just a brief tour so people could see what's been happening in our office and how we've been expanding our ministry in recent days.
Oh, I'd be glad to do that. Let's go with our camera person, Diana Chung, and we'll see what's happening just down the hall here. A lot of clients come through the front part, but this back part isn't something that a lot of our clients get to see. We have a very small pantry off to our right here, and then as we go farther into the Family Services area, this used to be a boardroom, by the way, but now what's happening is that we have the Family Services food bank started here. We've staged a few things so that you could see what kind of foods people are getting. These are shelf-stable foods right now, with some of the basic fish and meats, granola bars, all the staples. We have a wonderful product right here, a vegetable mix for healthy soups that people can make. Everything from coffee pods to personal care products. I particularly like this with the hair products right now for me with no haircut. There's pasta and
Some of us don't have to worry about hair products.
So with the other thing though is we have something very new to tell you about, and we'll talk to you about that when we get back to the office. But in this room here, you're going to find some interesting things. Men's sweaters and shirts. We'll go back to the office and talk to you there because there is interference, if you've noticed it, with the audio. Over here, what you'll find is this incredible new refrigerator and freezer that we've just gotten here. We are now a food bank. And they're all empty, but they won't be that way for very long. So please come back to the office and we'll chat about what Community and Family Services is doing. The men's shirts and sweaters, by the way, some very nice products, don't you think, Major?
Oh, absolutely.
So what's happening? If
I
you
wouldn't mind having one of those, that's nice.
Yes, they're very nice. And there's some for all tastes, and there's dress shirts there as well.
Now these were donated, right?
They
A couple
were.
weeks ago, I remember that.
Yes,
Yeah.
a menswear clothing store that was right nearby, the gentleman decided to retire. And so he came and donated 31 cartons. And if you noticed in that back room, there's only about 11 or 12 left there. We have a couple of other cartons besides that. But the truth is they're going like hotcakes because they're nice clothing. So if you know of anybody who needs clothing or food, would you please send them to me? It doesn't matter whether you're going to the church or not going to the church. We really want to meet the needs for people in our communities. And so we invite you to be just a word of mouth for us to tell people what it is that we do here at 42 Eglinton West. Now let me tell you just a little bit about what's happening. I haven't updated you recently, but you know what's happening here has been really fascinating. We've I guess around 11 people was how it started off, 11 visits, that more people than 11, but 11 visits, and it's expanded radically. Do you know, last week we fed 69 people. 69 people were saying to us at Community and Family Services that we don't have enough to eat. And so that's what we've been doing here on your behalf, is making sure that people have food security. Nobody in this great city should be in that situation of going to bed hungry at night, adult or child. And so it's been an absolute joy and delight to see the ways that we've been able to step into that. It's not been without its bumps and glitches, has it? Because we're finding that we're learning, all of us, at the same time. And so we're finding our way through this. Would greatly appreciate your prayers. That is number one always. And also, if there's anybody who is interested in doing a little bit of volunteer work, we certainly honor all of the restrictions that need to be taken right now, Major Ken, don't we?
Yes, yeah.
So masks are number one, gloves, washing our hands often, social distancing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are all things that we're taking care of right now because they're so important. Yeah. So just to let you know, what's happening is that the government has also given allotments out right across the country to
food
help
banks and organizations like the Salvation Army, that's true.
Yes,
yeah.
And so we've gotten here in North Toronto, you and Major Bev have been hard at work on that, and we've gotten a portion of that allotment. And right now what we're doing is we're giving gift cards away, $50 gift cards to families in need. So please come and see us if you have a need like that. You certainly qualify. And if you're saying to yourself, well, you know, there's people that are in greater need than me, I know people are saying that, but the truth is that if you need it, please come and see us, because the government has been very generous, and we've got a pretty good budget here because people have been generous with the kettles this year. And so we're wanting to make sure that everybody has what they need. So food security is very, very important. We also provide some other things as well. Emergency clothing for those in need, not only from this, but we can access our thrift stores to be able to get things for people in need. And we can also give out other things. I remember one young couple, I think you'll remember these, Major Ken. They were pregnant, and she was well advanced. Yes, and she was, both of them actually, not just her, but both of them were very distressed. They were saying, you know, we're both professionals, we've lost our job, and we're both of them were working full time, and neither of them had jobs any longer, and they have a baby on the way, and they didn't even have a crib. They were saying to me, it feels like everything is falling apart, and I can imagine how it must have felt for a new mom and dad to be in that situation. Well, I want to tell you that we were able to advocate for them, and we got them a crib. As a matter of fact, I got this lovely little note with a picture of the crib from them, and they said this: "Hi Linda, we set up the crib today. It's the perfect color and size. Everything is coming together now. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. God bless your heart." You know, I got the thanks for that, but the truth is that God, through North Toronto Community Church, has done this for that family, and I'm just absolutely thrilled to be part and parcel of it. It's quite exciting what's going on here. And so we can provide those staples for people in need, and we're wanting to get those fridges. We've got a great big grocery order going out in the very next few days here to be able to purchase more of the staple foods as well as other things. And we will have our own distribution center that provides food for us as well. And so we're looking forward to that.
So Linda, I do want to just let our folks know too that the fridge and freezer that we got, we didn't pay for from our own funds. That was all donated. We got a call from our Divisional Family Services that this was being made available to us and free of charge. And now we have this beautiful industrial fridge and freezer to add to what work we're doing here.
Oh, it is wonderful, isn't it? Thank you so much for going to bat for us in those areas, Major Ken. We have some fabulous Corps officers here who have been going to bat for our communities as well as for our church, and I'm so grateful to be serving under their leadership. I want to tell you, because we come across so many stories in this place, and you know some of them, Major.
Yes.
But one story that's going to be coming out in Faith and Friends in the July issue. July, yes. And it's going to be a story about Chrissy, so watch for that. You'll know some of the dynamics that occur here. But I'd just like to close today with one other account that we came across recently. A mom and dad came in, and they had 4 kids, a real house full. And both of these parents were out of work again. Her hours were reduced, his hours were cut totally. And so for the first time ever, they found themselves using a food bank. So they both came in kind of tentative, and they felt a little bit embarrassed, I think, but we put them to ease immediately and ended up giving them a grocery card, gave them about 50 pounds of 3 or 4 bags overflowing with shelf-stable foods, some personal care products, and 2 shirts for Dad. And this couple went out saying to me that they had never, ever expected anybody to be so kind or to be so generous to them in need. And so this couple were learning a wonderful lesson that there's people out there to help us when things are rough. And that's what Community and Family Services is here for. And that's what North Toronto Community Church is here for, isn't it,
Yes,
Major?
that's right. And we just really want to let you folks know this week that even although many of our church activities and services aren't happening in these days, that we are still coming here to the office 5 days a week, and the ministry is continuing. We're not stopping, and it's our privilege really to be able to help people in need during this unprecedented time. But we're grateful, Linda, for all of your work and for others who are coming in as well. And as Linda said, if you're able to give any of your time, please get in touch with us. Let us know. We'd be happy to have you helping us.
God bless you and thank you.